somebody asked me why I be in the studio so much. She was like, "Why you be in the studio all the time? Like, don't you go on vacation? Don't you, go out or whatnot? Like, why you be in the studio so much?" And I had to sit back and think about it. I mean, I had my answer already. I know why, but I had to think about how to say it only because I don't know. I didn't want her to feel like I was like combating against how other people live. You know what I mean? So I was just trying to say it in a nice way, but I ended up telling her, and this is for y'all, just to kind of get an overall look of how I think about things. Like, okay, I've been wanting to do music since I was 6 years old. I didn't know quite whether it was rapping, whether it was producing. I didn't know. Mostly rapping at that time because I was trying to like write poetry and draw pictures and stuff like that. But you know, I've been wanting to do music for a long time. It's like it's always been my lifelong dream. So the objective, not objective, the ability of doing music as a career and taking care of my family, my kids with this, for me is a blessing. It's a big blessing. You know what I'm saying? Do I go through ups and downs? Hell yeah. One day you up, your money's up, and in the next 2 weeks you all the way down. You got to figure it out again. So it's a lot of ups and downs, but at the end of the day, like I'm happy every day. So when she asks me like why I'm in the studio all the time, you have to realize I am in the studio because I love doing what I do. I love doing what I do. I have to be completely honest. I love waking up in the morning and creating what's in my brain. And not just on the music side. I mean, creating businesses, creating invoices, talking to people about their strategy and figuring out what's best for them, like doing my YouTube channel, taking care of my kids, like, being around my kids. Like, I enjoy myself naturally every day. So when it comes to music, making music, being in the studio, I enjoy it. It feels like vacation. Work feels like vacation to me. I have to be honest. I'm not lying. Work feels like vacation to me. I'll be having a ball. Even when it's a lot going on, it's a lot of work to be done. I'll be having a ball. I love doing sound design, love producing, love, mixing and mastering, all that type of stuff. Love doing scoring. I be having a ball. So when people take vacations or go out to events and stuff like that to get away from hard work or get away from the kids or whatever, I don't need none of that. I don't need none of that. I be in the lab, it's a party. I be in the lab, we doing serious work, getting money. I be in the lab, we being ultimately creative. I be in the lab, I'm in there laughing. I'm sorry. That's why I be in here so much, man. I'll be having a blast. And I know people thinking like, nah, you can't be having too much fun. No. I'll be having too much fun. I'm serious. I'll be having too much fun, and maybe that's a bad thing. If it's a bad thing, I get it. But what I'm really trying to say is, when you love what you do, you don't have to succumb to all the other stuff that people be doing just to make themselves feel good or make themselves feel like that they're home away from home. I don't care about going out and doing other stuff because I be having fun doing what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? I just have to be perfectly honest. And I don't know if anybody that's watching this feels that way, but I would say this. I would say this. If you don't have at least one or two things that you love doing, regardless of money, regardless of status, regardless of whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have at least one or two things, you need to find it. You need to find what makes you naturally happy just doing. I don't know what it is. It might be cooking, which cooking is one of my things. If anybody knows me, I be cooking up a storm. I love cooking. It's my therapy. Or it may be reading books, or it may be dancing, or it may be uh, going out to comedy shows. I don't know, whatever it is, find something that you love that you have no problem doing when you happy or sad. It don't matter. Like me, even me, when I'm sad, I probably make the best records or the best production. Like that's why my production be having all them soulful sound samples where I feel like these singers is crying on the record. It be sounding fire because I produce from an emotional standpoint, and when I'm enjoying myself, or when I'm sad, or I'm happy, or whatever, it comes out in my production. It comes out in my music, and I'm not expecting everybody to find something that is your career, but it's also happy. I'm just saying, whatever makes you happy, figure out the time to do that. It may just be talking to family. It may just be shooting the shit with friends on a positive level. Whatever it may be, you gotta find something that makes you happy every day. No matter what you do in a day, you're gonna do this because it makes you happy. Because when you have, like, I've had jobs. I mean, I've had, I worked at Fry's Electronics. You know what I'm saying, as a supervisor. Selling, digital cameras, selling audio receivers. Doing that type of stuff. I also worked at Bed Bath and Beyond. You know what I'm saying. I worked at RGIS Inventory. I worked at these places where it's a lot of hard, strenuous work. But I always could come home to music. I've always had a room, at least one room, a bedroom, a living room, or whatever, that got a studio in it. I got my own studios as I got older. You know what I'm saying? I run my studios now. You know what I mean? And I've always been attached to my music. I've always been attached to the things that I love. You know what I'm saying? And then when my kids came along, it just made me love music more because, if anybody knows my boys, they into music too. One has a heavy level of music appreciation. He cries like me when he listens to certain songs that he loves. And then one is an actual rapper and producer. He be making his own records. He got his own albums. He actually just dropped a record not too long ago. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the record in the Patreon. I'm gonna put that in the Patreon so I can listen to it. But so when I answered, it was a long answer, but when I answered it, to her, she was like, "Damn." She was like, "Okay." She was like, I see what you're saying." She was like, I don't see how you can have so much fun and do all that stuff just in one space. And I was like, "You have no idea. You have absolutely no idea." So yeah, so that was the crazy thing. So, my main thing is, like I said, just this is not no real big lesson or nothing like that. This is just me talking. But find something you love. Find something you love to do, man. Find something you love to do. I'm not saying she was hating, but you could tell by the look on her face that she needed to find something that she loved to do, and just do it consistently. Because all due respect, all that going out and doing all that extra shit, if you're not really traveling, like going to different countries and things like that, going to different places to experience different cuisines, different people, different culture, if you're not doing that, you just going out, going to the club, buy a bottle or two, if you're just doing that and you're not watching sports, oh, man, whatever. I'm not. Don't call me to come. I'm not coming. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is just my thoughts, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all already know, man. Work low. Till next time.